First of all, I want to welcome everyone. Oh, let me put my link in the Discord first. Let's take a look what the market has done today. He has done something very bearish, if you ask me. Let's start with the daily. Now, first of all, still I want to welcome all of you. Be blessed. Happy that you're all back here today. I love the feeling that I can help everyone. I need to put on my headphones for a second before I keep hearing noises everywhere and I get distracted very easily then. Okay, now I got some nice birds singing in my ears, and let me continue my help for today. Let me take this volume off. Now, what do we see today? We had a very nice green candle from yesterday. Like I told everyone to take some profits after yesterday because this was a huge candle and this could have been rejected off this trend line that has been on for a very long time. This trend line has been here from April 22, so for a few months already, and we've broken it. So that's nice to see, and it's not nice too. And the reason why it's not so nice because we are not making any new highs. Like you can see, we just barely missed it, but we did not make pre-highs. Let me show you what I mean. If we take this one and you see we are going in a downwards pre-high, so that does not seem that good. We have to make sure that if we keep doing this and this is will end like this, we will be in shorts very soon, people. And I do not mean the short that you take on for a trouser. I do mean a short like that we will take a short, of course. And that is why it's very important to understand that this can happen. If we take a 4-hour candle, you can see the previous high and the highs now are slightly below, and that is not a very good sign, especially when there is a lot of volume in the market coming in, and that means that we have rejection of this prior high, what is a big support to get through. And if we cannot get through, that means that we will, if we get rejected, that we will go into the downtrend again. And that's what is happening at this point. we can see that we are getting rejected at these prior highs. You can definitely see my trend line going into it, and that's why I want you all to be careful. If anybody is in a long trade at this position, please get out now while you still can. If you're in profit, take it. If it goes longer, that's okay, or put your stop loss here somewhere. If we do make a reversal, that you can put your stop loss around this area now. If you are still in profit at this point, if you're not, just take it out to be sure. But if I was in a trade at this point, I would put my stop loss down here. If it comes back, it would just trigger yourself and get out of the market. If you were entering the market somewhere here or even here, that's still a nice proportion. If you took this trade, that's still like 4% upwards, so that's still a nice one. If you do a 3x, that's 12%. That means that you made a nice gaining. The same, like I said yesterday for Ethereum, we were in this region where I would say yesterday, take some profit because this is prior high. We made a new higher high, but we're getting rejected of these prior high levels here. This does look a bit more bullish at this point, but do know that Ethereum still follows Bitcoin or a bit around. And if this one gets rejected off these prior high levels and he comes back down, guess what? Ethereum will stop here also at these high levels and will come back down at least to the prior levels, where this is a trend line that we are now moving upwards. But in the big picture, if we take weeklies, we can see that we are still very much in a downtrend, because this should be, let me take this one in blue, that you can see. This one is definitely the end trend line to make it back bullish. We are not just riding up this trend like smallly, but just coming back to these prior high levels to back test them and say we are confirmed that this is the end for this, and we go downwards. So I can just take this one away. This is what I can see in the weeklies at this point. If I go back, zooming in to the dailies, you can see that we are hitting these key levels here, and this is quite some rejection. Even here too, there was quite some rejection on this one, so this is a major key level to break through. If we do break through this level, we will straight away go back up to 2300 or 2000 first of all, because first of all, this is a major brain level, and brain level means that people have anxious to get to that point. So if you want to take profit around 2k, that means that you have to leave the market around 1945, 1930, leave the market then. Why? Because it's smarter than 2000. Everybody will take that level because that's just easy to type 2000. It's sometimes better to just do delete it, and that you're definitely in the trade and got out of the trade enough. But if I was in a trade at this point, I would take profit or put my stop loss straight under here again. So if I would take my stop loss here. That's 1600 if you went from in this trade, like I told a few days ago that you could take him. That means that you're in a profit of 20%. At a 3x, that's 60% that you would have done. So that's a very nice trade, I must say. Now, yesterday I told you that I was gonna talk about a few things, and I did not write down what I was. And I have been trading all day long at this point. I am out of all my trades at this point. I'm just still in one Bitcoin trade, I guess. Yeah, see, about 9 cents. I'm not in profit. So my stop loss is right around this edge. So I'm still in a long position at this point myself, but I'm in a very small stop loss just under here. If it does hit above this key level that I'm in the trade still, if it hits back, I lost like 40 cents or something like that. So I'm a very small stop loss. It can head out at any time at this point, because if we do not break this key level here and we do not get in a higher high, we will definitely go back to prior lows, and this will hit the bottom of this chain first of all, of this channel that we are in. And after that, let me take back to Bitcoin, and after this, going back from here back to the channel down here, that means that we are going lower, and the next level of support, if we zoom out, that's around 15,000, and after that we are straight away back to 12 till 9.5. So that's still 50%. So keep your shorts in if you want to short this market, and you can do this. This is 58% downwards trend. If we can do that one, if we have a 3x, that's 150% that we can make just in a few times. And if you have been shorting all the way from up there, that would be around the pre-levels, 55%, 85%, and that's around the key level that we always have a bear market in Bitcoin. So that's why this is quite accurate. Do remember that. Now I'm going to show you, yesterday I told you how to put a stop loss and to be a bit safer for yourself. Let me show you how if you are using this kind of position long or short, say that you want to enter a short here somewhere, and it comes back down, you can enter the short like here if you want to. Don't follow me, I'm just going to show you how you can implement this key levels. First of all, you have a ratio of 1 here. You have to be happy with the ratio of 1. I am not, so I would not be entering this trade at a ratio at 1. This is key level. I would put my stop loss at least to 28, and my key level would be around 15,000 to take profit. So we have a ratio of 1.6, what is not very good at this point, because you need quite some. This is around here, maybe a 2 would be better. I like a 2 more. If this is still the key level to get, yeah, okay, we can manage that. So if you want to take a trade, you can just put in this small little wheel that you can press. If you press this little small wheel, you get all the prices straight away. You get your entry price, you get your take profit price, and your stop loss price. So if we should be trading, if we are trading on Binance, first of all, make sure that you are on BTC USDT, and then on the side here you can choose the amount. So what do? We go back to the chart here, we take this price, we copy it, and after copying it we can place it in here. So now we have the price that we want to enter it. Then we go back to the chart, and I misclicked. We copy this one too, and this is profit level. So I would have been taking profit. So take profit, I would place it here. And then back to the chart, and we take the sell price at action, and this is my stop loss, and we put that way here. Now we should be shorting down the market then, and then you just press short, and we are in a trade. Now I'm not going to do this one because I do not think that's accurate at this point. I would wait a bit more before shorting this market to be sure that we have confirmation that the market is going back downwards, because I saw there was a lot of volume getting in the market, especially on lower time frames. There was a lot of volume coming in. This is the middle, it's the center of how much volume there is, and these bars mean how much volume there gets into the market. On the ball ring bands, we are on the top of the ball ring bands too, so that means that we are getting rejected at these pre-high levels, what can give a sign that we are ready to make a different trend. And the candle, I cannot say that we are showing any strength losing benefits, that we are not going downwards. So for me, we can still go up. On this candle I cannot see this. On a 12-hour candle, just the same, because this is still looking bullish for me. We have a nice candle. We are just above this one, but just slightly below the pre-high, so we can definitely change direction. Even in a 4-hour candle, this still looks very bullish. This is a very bullish candle. This one is now changing of direction, but we still have an hour. If this one becomes a flat doji, or maybe a slightly red doji, that means that we are definitely gonna change direction, because this is a key level and it's not easy to get through that key level. So we have to keep a very close eye at this point, and I think I will be doing that today to make sure that I'm definitely in a trade, or get up tomorrow morning very soon to make sure that we can enter this. Now I'm going to show you a bit of a different way to make your diary. I've been upgrading mine a bit, and let me show you a bit what I have been doing. First of all, we put a trading diary on. We set starting amount, this amount that I put into it, 12.7, my tradings, what it looks like. Normally this is a Flemish, I just put it in English for you guys for a day. So what does it normally look like? Just your day, what's in it, the ratio, how much confidence you got, and the outcome of the trade. It's a bit different than the last time I was using the Excel file. I got a bit, normally I put this on paper, and the Excel file was not very accurate anymore for me, because I forgot a few times to fill it in, and that was not smart, of course. I always put it on paper, that I do, and there was no way that I was gonna rewrite everything again. So that's why I'm starting to do it this way. First of all, what does a thesis mean? Thesis means what do the markets tell over you? What do you see in the market? Is it good, bad, not good? The ratio, the profit ratio, you can see that straight away if you make a trade and you put this one in and you put it here. This is the ratio. This is a ratio of 1 at this point. So that you fill in. You can easily see if this is a good ratio or not. We talked about that yesterday. If we have a ratio of 1, that means that you need to have 50% of all the trades that you are trading. You need to be correctly to be in profit. Let me show that again. So if you have a ratio of 1, that means that you need 50% of the trades. 1.5, 40%, 2, 33%, 2.5, 29%, and so on and so on. Make sure that you are willing to go that way, and that you know when the profit is. This is very important for yourself, that you are definitely going in or out of trades, that you know what you are doing, and keep practicing every day, bit by bit, by writing down. Now, what do I also put down on my journal like this? It's easier. So my thesis was, for this trade, I was looking for a nice entry what is on support, and it was on support at that point. I felt good to take this trade. So for me this was okay. I only had a 1.3 ratio. This was a feeling of a 6 on 10 to make this trade. What was the outcome? I stopped the trade earlier. I took sooner profits. Was good outcome. Market was going in the other direction, so I would have had my stop loss if I did not get out of this trade soon enough. What trade did I also take? I presetted this trade with some new technologies that I'm trying out, and this is called VWAP. If you do not know what a VWAP is, give me a comment. I'll tell you how this works on another day, because this is not in my trading. I just learned this also recently, and I'm very grateful that I'm in this group, that these people are teaching me everything, new things, and that I can be part of it. He's also here showing this again, preset the entry to make sure that I'm trying something new on the VWAP, feeling that this is a nice short time. By this evening we will be out of it. We need to go to the previous low and win in a big time frame, so we need to go downwards in a big time frame. I put it in here. Now this is a 1.3 ratio. I felt a 7 on 10 to make this profit. This was a perfect trade. Need to have more patience and see what the market does. So this is something that I wrote for myself so that I can rewrite this. Now here was another trade I took. I won $1 and a bit on this trade, just trying out some new stuff, so that's why I use very low budgets. This was Matic USDT. Having a feeling, need to trade. So this is not good. So I had a feeling inside that I needed to trade. So this is not good for myself. This is a friend of mine. We are in a sideways market on a small time frame. Looks like a very nice entry. If we hit this, testing a few new anchored VWAP. So this was a 1.9889, or the ratio must be higher. I asked myself, is it definitely needed? Was 7 on 10. I won the trade, but if I had let it play it out, it would have had a perfect prediction. So I did not wait it out to my trade. I went out earlier. I sold limit too soon. Emotions took over. So write that down so that you know what happens in every trade. This trade did not win good. Ratio went against me, and stop loss hit it. I needed to put the stop loss a little bit higher. Of course, I just put it here. See, these are all adjusting for myself too. If I put some new trades in, this is small buy trading things. So I put my stop loss here on Bitcoin, and I should have put them at least above this prior high before losing it. What was not smart for myself, of course. But yeah, you learn if you write it down. You can learn something about it, and this is how I now keep my thesis with me and make sure that everything is written down. How more you measure everything, how more you have control over what you are doing and what you are not doing good, so that you can reread it constantly and making sure that you know what you are doing. Now, the Bullring bands, if somebody does not know how this works, first of all, we have prior highs and lows, so you can see the outside. Let me take my drawings off here. Come on. Okay. Oh, that was my trade from yesterday. He did get in, by the way. When I locked off my program and went back up, he's shown it perfectly. Let me close this volume. Let me close this one too. Let me close this one too. Doesn't matter really. It's just normally this would be a perfect trade, but okay. Let me take this one out too, that we can see a bit more. How I was talking about the Bullring bands, how this works. The Bullring bands is a very nice project, and it's a very nice extra confirmation in the market, where the market is heading. What does it do? It squeezes us every time. So when after a squeeze we get a very big pull out. So here we got squeezed inside a very small time frame. This is 4 hour. Let's take a daily, maybe better to see. We always try to go back to the center, because the center is like the average where it should be, and you can see the topwards and the downwards as a resistance and a support. So we are always trying to stay in the center, and sometimes we break out of centers. So first of all, if we hit the tops, we will always try to get back to the center. If we break through the center, that means that we are getting back to the prior lows of the Bullring bands, and we will never get traded long time outside of the Bullring bands. If we are outside of a Bullring bands, that means that it's a very good entry point always. You can see if you had an entry here, it would be nice. If you took an entry here to take a short, that would still have been a nice one if you had this one. So that would have been straight away 24% that day alone. Here, if you're out and you want to take a long, you could take a long to here, that was 13%. If you were in here, the trade, and you took the complete long, that was 68% for the maximums. So still here, if you went back into it, you could still have waited till here, or even wait till you hit the top again. That would have been 25%. So outside the Bullring bands are very nice entry points to do the opposite what the Bullring bands is doing. So if you are outside the Bullring bands, that means that you can take a long Here it was not a smart move to do, but sometimes it happens. It's not 100% accurate. But now we are in the squeezing part, so you can see that these channels are much closer than the big ones. That means after a big squeeze that we always get an eruption. So that means that we're gonna get a spike upwards or we have a spike downwards. Which way? That we do not know in front, so we have to be patient until we know which way we are going. But that means that we are doing that part. We can also look a bit more at different stuff to take a look at it, like this one, the volume, how much volume there gets into the market. But at this point, for me, we are heading definitely a bear flag. If we are not getting above prior highs, this is a definitely sign of a bear flag. 1, 2, 3 volumes going up, and we are losing ground at this point. Why? Because overall market does not look that good, and for me this is really look a higher low. So make sure that you are ready and that you are out trades, or put your stop loss very slowly at this point. I would not be trading any altcoins except of Bitcoin or Ethereum maybe. Why? Because they are not predictable at this point at all. We were in a very nice channel at this point here where we could have traded a long time, but at this point I would not be trading at big time frames. Same here, this was a trade I took in. I went in somewhere around this key level. I put them straight on my top here to make sure that I was traded back out of it to trade, and I went out. My stop loss did not be hit, but we went back downwards somewhere. I went in here, we went back downwards on this key level and then back up. I was just in time to get out of it before I saw the pump coming, so I still had some profit. Now I learned something new, what I also have paid for to be knowing this, because I didn't know this before, and this is winrate.io. Here you can see how much profit you can make. So let me take you through this. First of all, the balance in USDT, how much money you will use to trade. So this is per trade. If you have an account from 1,000, take profit. How much percentage profit are you making? And stop loss. This is also your ratio that you have to make sure. So if you are looking at the previous one that we put in, and we have a ratio 1:1, that means that you have to type a 1, 2 here, so 1 out of 1. And if you have 250 trades, okay, if you have 100 trades on a leverage tree, that means that you would have made 1,000 euros profit. You won 60% at this point. So if we take a 50% win rate, that means that you would have made $300 in a loss, even if this is a ratio 1:1, because you are paying fees. No, we are trading on Binance. Still, you would have made $500 in a loss because we are paying fees. So do remember, fees are also important to count in. Now that's why we don't try to make a 1:1. So if we have a 3:1, say that we have a 3:1, 3:2, then we're doing 100 trades on this time. We would have made 100 profit if you only make a ratio out of 5. So once we get a 4%, so this is 2:1. So this is what I like. This is a ratio of 2. That means that in 100 trades that you would make 6,000 euros, even with the losses. So that means that you can lose 50% and gain 50%, and you would still be in a nice profit ratio. Let me tell you how much we can do this. Even if you only have 40% correctly, you would still be in profit. 37 is too less. 39, yeah, around 39 is your first profit that you will be into. You can just look this one up. This is winrate.io. This is a free website. and you can tell for yourself how much you need to be in profit to make sure that you are. So count this up. This is easy for yourself, even if you only have like $25 to start with. If you make a ratio and you got 4-2, you do 100 trades, you make $1 at this point. And that means that you lost 61 trades and 39 gains, and that means that you still had made $1. So you have a lot of practicing at this point. If you make a ratio out of 2, if you have a ratio that's bigger than 2, say that you have 3-1, that means that you would have still made $37. That means that you can even have less, 35, something like that. Oh, even less than that. 32, yeah, 31. No. That you only need 32% of your trades to be a profit, to be still in profit. So that means that you have not gained 68 trades and 32 trades you have won, and you would still be in a profit of $2. So you can count this out. This is easy to do, people. Keep this in mind, that you will have to be knowing how to do this. It's better for yourself to do this, so that you know where the market is going and how much that you have to pay on fees. Fees are important, and also because you can see how much you would have gained. Now, say that we do win 60% of our trades, what is for a normal trader huge. I get a bit more, I get 75, 60, around that percentages I'm making accurate. So if you have a 3-1 ratio, that means on 100 trades that you would make $700. Let's say that we keep doing this only for a starting budget of 25, and we do 1,000 trades. You would make a profit of $977,000. A lot of people don't realize, if you can make sure that you have like 500 trades only, you would already have $300,000. And this is when you win 300 trades and lost 200 trades. Say that we make this 50-50, you still would have made 171,000, and that's only out of 500 trades. Like 250 trades, let's take a look what this gives you. That made you $6,000. So if I keep practicing, this take profit ratio, this can change, that's okay. But as long as this win rate keeps going up and you're getting better at it, you will be able to make a lot of profit. And we are still only starting with a balance of $25. So in the beginning this goes less, but at the end we are getting much more profit, because the amount that we trade is still 1%, but the amount in our account is a lot more. Now do also take note that we will not keep all of this balance then in our trading account. Why not? Because we are only trading with 10% of our total holdings, like I always tell you all, and that you have to keep in mind, that you have to take out these to make sure that you're only on 10% again, and put the rest maybe in your main holdings, or spend it on yourself and making sure that you have something nice. I think this is a new one. A lot of people don't know this one. I learned this also this week only, and it's nice and easy to count it out. So just put it inside your bars here, that you can always take a look at it very soon and very easily. Now for Bitcoin, still we are having a lot of patience at this point. I hope that we break out of this region. That would be nice to see, that we get to the pre-year highs on 28,000. I would love to see this happen. But yeah, I do not predict the market that fast, and I cannot say that the market has to do this. I do not have that much money to control out of the market. But if I take my FIB from way low, this would be the next region to hit. Like I said before, 29 to 32 would be a perfect time to get out of a trade. Even a bit higher, the next one would be 37, and then the 0.5 would be 34,000. But I would be scaling out of my trade if we are hitting this one. I would be scaling out of the trade here somewhere to make sure that we are definitely in profit. I prefer to take sooner profits than no profits at all, because a lot of people stay into the market and know if you are trading that you're only making money, you have to make money and not a hodl. It's not the same. If you want to hold, it's okay, but then you're not a trader. If you are a trader, you just trade, you make money, and you don't think about, I'm holding Bitcoin at this point, okay, it will go up, no, take profit, that's it. Be a machine, be a more somebody that does not have emotions at that point, does not use them. Just make sure that you are making profit. That's all what counts at this point. Making profit, making profit, making profit. As long as you're not going backwards, that means that we are progressing, that we are getting better at it. So that's good. Every time you have a trade, write it down, what it means, how it goes, and how it went. By the way, I got some great news for this coin, Matic. There are a lot of people that don't know this, but Matic has been adopted by a few big firmas, and it looks like this one will be a long way from going away. Like I thought that this one would be going away, and why really is because he had a lot of lag on his Web3 account. But at this point, a lot of big guys are stepping in to this coin too in the background, and that means that will be seeing Matic for quite a long time now before this one will go away. So this one may be a nice one to keep in the backhand before we are getting back upwards. We will go back downwards around these key levels again, or even lower if Bitcoin makes another drop, and that's nice to know. I do not hold any or almost none of altcoins, because I know all the altcoins are going downwards. The only thing that I still hold is Bitcoin and a bit of Ethereum, and of course this one, because I make them every so many days. I mine this little fellow here, Gala. When the opportunity comes and Bitcoin makes a spike, I definitely will sell my minings. I hope around 10 cents would be a nice selling price. That would be a nice entry, or a nice selling price. I would really love that one. If it gets to 8 to 10 cents, I would definitely drop my minings at that point and make sure that I keep half of my funds that I made. When the drop comes back, I just would buy them back in, so that I just have the amount or even more of the amount, because I do believe in this coin for a long term, especially because it's a game coin and it's already very nice, adapted and fully working. Now that was about the market that I have to say for today. I didn't show any trades, what I'm into, because I'm not trading at this point. I traded today, but now I'm not gonna trade anymore. I just leave this one in that's still open. Like I said, I entered this one at the entry point 23,800 and a bit. Was a long one. I thought that we were going to keep going up, so that's why I entered this one. I hoped that we were going upwards, but I went in way too soon. I had to have patience normally before entering this price action, but I put my stop loss at 23,700, so only $100 under this inside price, to make sure that if we hit through 23,700, that I'm straight back out of the price. That's about 40 cents of loss. I can manage that. And my take profit was around 26,000, so that was around this key area here. So that was a ratio of 3 or something like that I put in. So if I was hitting, I know what I was going to show you normally today. So if I was 26,000, I would be 11%. That means 33% of gainings. No, I was going to show you normally Bybit today. I just got to see that this one was open. I will be showing this tomorrow, people. Sorry for today, it will not be happening. I did not have time to put money on this account yet, and I cannot show you then. Why I'm stepping over to Bybit? First of all, it's KYC free. I do not like that everybody can see, or the government knows how much I trade and what I do. Binance is not the one that keeps it safe anymore. If you are in a good country, it's okay. But at this point, I know that they can see it because I had to verify a new passport and making sure I want to use my card, and they asked me if they can share my information with a third party, and I had to agree before I able to use my card again, and that I do not like at all, but okay, that happens. So this is a heads up that you know that you can be followed with this one if you use the card from Binance at this point. If you want to use another card from cryptocurrency, I can show you a few that are nicely to use, easy to use. You got Wirex is one of them. I think this one is this. Yeah, Wirex has a cryptocurrency card that you can use anywhere in the world. It's a nice one. If you want to use my links, it's always easy. Just ask. You can. Which one? I do have two. Oh, you have Coinbase too. This is Coinbase. You can also have this one. This is also one that you can use, Revolut. This is one that works perfectly too. You can also store crypto in here, swap it over, and then do payments if you want to. So you don't need the bank anywhere else except this one. It's quite cheap to do. It's easy. These are all crypto coins. You got also this one. So if you don't remember them all, just pause. Nexo is also one that you can use. A very cool one. You can swap cool cryptocurrency in here, and also you can get benefits. You can get an Nexo card. So you can start spending your cryptocurrencies if you want to. It's easy, quite easy. You get cashbacks also, that's also nice. And you get some nice ROIs that you can put your crypto inside of these things. Do remember, these are all third parties, so do not keep too much money on these exchanges, I call them also. Banks is just like a big exchange, where he has control out of your money. And I found out that the hard way, that banks can do whatever they want. And a lot of people will find this out the hard way too. So don't keep too much money on the bank, just keep the money that you need, and otherwise put it in crypto or something else that you are a bit more safe. Even if it's only on a stable coin, just take it out when you need it and leave the rest inside, because people, please be careful for your money. Banks are not honest people, let me tell you that way. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed it. If somebody has a question, oh yeah, the question was for today also. Yes, I sold everything of my profit, so the question that I need to answer was, when did you sell? I sold all, except of my holdings, of course, that I didn't do, and this one small little trade that still I make my 5 cents at this point. Wow. That still one is open. For the rest, I closed all of my trades, so that you know. I will be showing you maybe a bit easier where to enter and how to exit again. And I'll try maybe to do it on the daytime when I'm trading myself completely, that you can see the entries. I will be maybe posting it on different channels now from now on. I've not been using my Discord at this point. It was way too hectic for me to start doing that all. So please, if you want, maybe give me a message. I'll put it straight to you guys, maybe by Instagram or something else, because this is much easier. I sit behind my computer, I can type it, or maybe I just need to learn to post it straight away because crypto is the other one is just here. The next is if you want to join still my Discord, it's still possible. If you want to share my channels, please do so. If you like these movies, please give me a thumbs up and leave a comment below. If you want to hear more about cryptocurrency, mindset and other things, just let me know too, because I love to do this for everyone and I love to enjoy helping you all. If you get some benefit out of these movies, share it with people that also want to learn how to trade. My trading course is still online and it will be offline very soon. After that they will have to pay for it. I will adjust it a bit more too, put some new movies into, some extras, and if you keep following me just this way, I'm also very grateful for that. And it gives me also a nice ratio, and it gives me also a good feeling that I know that I'm still helping people. By this I will leave you all, and I will have you all a blissful evening and enjoy it. Ciao.